What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I want to talk to you about SoFi. Today was a absolute crazy day. Once the market did open, like all hell broke loose, went down to $6.69. So hats off to those individuals that did buy that dip, but it recovered very well. So I want to go over some of the data points and everything else you need to know for today. Before I get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that said, let's get right to it. Starting off, SoFi did close in the red though, despite everything, 0.58%. But if you kind of look at it on a larger scale, SoFi did do absolutely phenomenal. And this is why I like to look at the data. Why they did buy today, I'm not really sure, but there is one reason why SoFi did hold all of this up and didn't really go down with the broader market as much as the first thing, and that was because of institutions. So all of these transactions did occur on the secondary market. Why? I'm not really sure. It's not necessarily even near the end of the quarter for rebalancing to justify for that, so there might be something that larger entities know that the rest of us don't. Of course, there was a lot of fear in the market first thing because of the Feds, just a lot of people anticipating higher for longer now, or potentially even like rate hikes. In reality, all this information was readily available to us last week, especially with the FOMC meeting minutes. And then over and above that, I believe there was also a speech as well that kind of alluded to the exact same thing. So basically, today was more of an overreaction. Institutions saw that and bought the dip. So there was a couple big ones, 1.4 million, 3.5, 2.17. Even after hours yesterday, though, you saw some crazy activity, 9.65, 1.89. So big money has been buying SoFi over this last 2 trading days. Again, why? I'm not really sure, unless they're very excited about Anthony buying, because there has been no news today, nothing like that. SEC filings, the last filing was the Form 4 where Anthony did buy. So maybe that is a very positive thing to a lot of institutions. Cathie Wood, I don't believe, has bought in SoFi for the last month and a half, something like that. So it's not her, it's some entity out there. So kind of interesting stuff. And despite all of that though, you kind of had on the opposite end, shorts really doubling down. So shorts did increase 3.52 million shares today. Just looking at the intraday, as you can kind of see right here. So all of this is in different times, so GMT 5. So essentially this right here, I believe, is when the market did open. So this is shorts increasing roughly a good couple million shares, and then they started to return with kind of the broader market. So very interesting stuff. I wish I had explanations on why institutions might be buying SoFi, unless they see just the broader reaction just being overdone. But 17.65% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 183.33 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow average 0.92%. You do see this once again being minimum, or negative, I guess, negative 0.29%. So whatever broker is out there, I think most likely it is Fidelity, but who knows? That's one of the mysteries of SoFi, on which broker is really paying people to short it, or to short SoFi. But utilization 74.54%. Looking at options activity though today, 3.77 million in calls, 1.51 million in puts. So even when it comes to this, dollar value wise, very high in comparison to the norms. And sentiment wise though, 45% of all the options being done today are optimistic and bullish. And just to give you a quick overview of the call options that are being purchased, it's more so around the $7 range, and then puts more so similarly around $7. So in reality, I see more upside rather than anything, but options doesn't move the stock price at all. It is just merely a sentiment. But looking at the call options for the open interest for this week, you see that $7 wall at 25,000 and 26,000 at the 750. So it is fair to assume that SoFi is going to once again struggle to get over $7 for this week. So let me know your thoughts if you think that is going to retest that this week or not. Of course, only 2 days left in the trading day, so definitely something will have to come out of left field. GDP is coming out tomorrow on a side note, and then PCE on Friday. And while I actually have this up, latest analyst ratings, there hasn't been all that much, as you can kind of see right here. So last one was done about 16 days ago, $12 price target, Mizuho, Dan, who does have a 50% success rating. So hopefully more analysts jump on board, but maybe it'll be dependent on the data points. Like I said, GDP and PCE coming out. Maybe that might obviously have people start alluding to rate cuts sooner rather than later, rather than the broader fear right now that's in the market. Aside from all of that fun jazz, big money was getting in today, both on the secondary market as well as the dark pool. Although the dark pool is primarily used by shorts, so this is where they kind of hit their 3 million plus shares today. On the actual chart itself, so with it closing at $6.85, simply trading between this S2 and this S1 and the pivot. So the low today was 669, so it bounced off of this S2. So going into the next couple trading days, definitely watch for that to be the diamond that holds SoFi. This S1 didn't really do all that much at all. If anything, it kind of just broke very, very fast today. So this S2 is going to be that diamond, so the next strong support. And then vice versa, the high was $6.85. So kind of in no man's land here. So the next strong resistance point that you need to watch for SoFi to hopefully get above is this pivot point of $6.99. But then again, right beside it is that $7 wall due to the resistance from options. So it is fair to assume probably this week it will not be getting past this pivot point. But we'll just have to wait and see what comes down the pipeline. On the actual chart itself, so you can kind of see lower percentile of the Bollinger Band. It is below a lot of the key pivotal moving averages as well. Today you start to see a very minute bullish sentiment right here, so that is white line above the red, but at the same time it is very oversold at 15. A number of retail investors didn't really do all that much today, and they haven't really been doing all that much, it looks like, since the 20th. So let me know your thoughts. Give yourself a shout out. Have you bought today? Did you sell? Were you one of those individuals that kind of bought the dip? To be fully honest, I wasn't intending on buying SoFi, but when I saw it at this price, and it was starting to, I think, recover right about here, I instantly put a bid for $6.70, but regrettably it didn't actually retest that throughout the rest of the day. But you know what, at $6.70, I would have been happy as a clam. So again, definitely there might be a lot more volatility with the 2 data points coming out in the next couple days. So maybe I might place some limit orders just randomly, probably more specifically actually around a lot of these support points, just in case. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with all that, appreciate all of you watching.